Where do you work?
Walgreens.
Which one?
Ninth and London.
Okay. How long have you been with Robert?
About 2 years.
About 2 years. Okay. And
2 years.
how'd you meet him? Because you're not from here, right? Okay.
At a parade.
Was it here in Pensacola or
In Bruton.
in Bruton? What brought you to Bruton?
My friend, like, my old roommate, she was from there.
Okay. All right. So you met him down there. You guys have been together ever since. And you have, what, one child together? Okay. Does he have other kids?
I got, yes. That's weird. But I think, yeah. I'm going to say yeah. It's hard to answer. Because we never did a DNA test this year.
Oh, okay. So it's like they say he's the daddy, but we never found out for sure.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So whenever you work at Walgreens, is it 24 hours?
Yeah, that's my store's 25.
Okay. So what hours do you typically work?
Anywhere from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Ooh, it's a long day.
Just like different shifts.
So different shifts. Okay, so let's go back to, I mean, obviously this has been in the news for a week now about the little girl at your apartment complex, Naomi. Did you know her? Do you remember seeing her around?
Every day. Well, whenever I was coming and going, if they were outside, she would always speak, and I would always speak back to her.
Okay.
Or her brothers, whoever was outside.
Was she, what kind of girl was she? Was she friendly? Was she kind of...
She seemed like she was kind of friendly, just like a little girl. She would just, do like little dances on the back patio if I was out washing, or before my washer broke. She would just be like practicing dance moves and or just be out there with her brothers just playing.
Okay, so you can see her patio from right there.
Mm-hmm.
On your patio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you could look down and see her down there doing whatever. Does Robert live with you?
No.
So, explain to me how that works out, because he's up in Bruton at work, and he also keeps a place up there too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how does that work out?
Yeah.
Well, that's a long drive. Does he come to your house pretty much every day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so he comes and spends the night, or?
He spends some nights. Well, he works overnight. So, and sometimes he'll have to do a double. So he'll have to be at work. He has to work at 6 in the morning, and then he'll just be at work all day. And then work the night, and then into the next.
Like averaging a week, how many times do you stay the night at your house?
Oh, well, it's hard to say if it's overnight, because it won't be until like almost the middle of the night, the next morning. But I know he always stays Friday and Saturday night, because he's off. But
Just depending on his work schedule.
Yeah.
He'll come. And if you're at work, does he stay there without you sometimes?
he'll have the baby some days,
Mhm.
so he'll have to do that.
So let's go to the day that she went missing. Now, that would have been Wednesday. Okay. Where were you on Wednesday?
Work.
What shift did you work? Do you remember?
I worked 2 shifts. I worked 6 in the morning, and I didn't get off till 6 at night.
Okay, so you worked a 12-hour shift, 6A to 6B, that Wednesday. And why do you remember that? Can you tell me why you remember that?
Because that was a long day for me, and I remember getting a phone call saying she was missing.
Who called you?
He told me to call him
Robert told you to call
because
him?
he talked to her mom, Naomi's mom.
Do you remember what time that was?
When I called him,
Whatever time he reached out to you to call him?
It was after 4:30, like maybe 4:40, 4:45, somewhere in there.
Okay. Okay. And what did he say in that conversation?
He was like, he told me that she was missing. He had just finished talking to her mom, and that she was missing. And if I see her, call her if he needs to call her mom, like let her mom know. And he was headed to work.
Was he supposed to work that day?
Yeah, he works every single day.
Okay, so that day, what hours was he supposed to work that you know of?
Their work thing is kind of different. They usually start between 4 and 5
AM or PM?
p.m.
Okay.
It just, if they can get in a little earlier, if the first crew is done, but like they'll sometimes try to get in at 3:30, but usually not before that.
Okay, so when you left that morning at 6, was Robert there?
Yes.
Okay. And when you got home, was Robert there?
No.
Okay. All right. Now, that night, I guess you probably would have come home and gone to sleep at some point. Is that fair to say? Do you remember him coming home to your house after you had been to sleep? I guess that would be Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Did he come back to your house?
Yes.
Okay. Did he wake you up, or you seemed like you remembered something? So
Yeah, because I was like, why, because he had to do a turnaround shift. He had to go back to work at 6, but they didn't get finished till so late. And I guess he had to, I don't know.
So it was odd for him to work that kind of shift to come back and sneak in the middle of the night in your bed, kind of thing.
No.
Knowing that he had to work the next day.
To
Or the next shift.
me, I just feel like if you have to do a turnaround shift, just,
Stay
get you some rest, because it's going to be a long day,
Okay.
From working basically 3
Right.
shifts in a row. You'll be tired. So,
okay. When he came home, what did he do?
shower. That means that he was there. And I don't know what time it was.
Okay. Remember anything that he was wearing? Did you see him at all that day, what he was wearing?
Not when he went to work. I don't remember what he was wearing before he I think I know some workout clothes. I just don't know.
So, since that time, you told me earlier that multiple people have come to talk to you, law enforcement, just in passing, and then maybe there was another time when somebody did come in and talk to you actually at your apartment.
Mhm.
How many times do you think you talked to somebody?
3 times.
Okay. And did anybody ever come inside and just look around?
So I think I did once. And then 2 people.
Okay.
So 2 different times.
Was Robert there any of those times?
He is there the second time.
Do you know what day that would have been?
No, because, okay, I know the FBI came to me on the next night. I want to say that was Thursday. And then Sunday, somebody else came. And the morning. Yeah, I want to say Friday, because I was at work.
Okay. Did he ever say anything to you other than that phone call about her being gone? Did he ever talk to you about it? Say anything else about it? Okay.
I mean, besides it was a sad situation, it was scary,
Did you guys talk about that? Or
Yeah, like I brought it up because I have a little kid and not knowing what happened, like not knowing if somebody came and grabbed her, and sometimes, me working kind of in the evening, if it could be one of those where, I may get snatched up, just not knowing what all.
yeah, you don't know what
What?
you don't even know what happened.
Right.
It's scary. What did he say when you mentioned that to him?
He just basically was just like, yeah, it is, and you need to be careful, coming in and out when it's late or if it's early, and just make sure you and Jackson get in and get into the house real quick.
Well, do you know about his past? What do you know about his past?
I know that he got convicted of rape back in the late 90s, right after high school.
Do you know the details of it at all? Or what he's told you?
Some details on it. That there was a girl who accused him of raping her and not being able to afford him, have a lawyer or anything like that. And just, you hear public defender. Even he was telling me about witnesses that wouldn't take his witnesses on his side, and they just listened to her, whoever her people had for her, and that's about it.
Do you know if it was like a violent rape or like an age thing?
We mean age thing.
Like he's older and she's younger?
Yeah,
So
he was. I think it was like a year or two, a couple year difference between the two of them.
Now, what happened with that? Did he go to jail or
Prison
how long?
for 15 years.
Okay. So, did he just recently get out from that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in your time with him, did you ever experience anything to where he was violent towards you or rough with you or anything?
Yeah, not to get too personal in your sex life, but I mean, it kind of has something to do with this. But like any sexual deviance, or that just by he into freaky stuff or just normal. Has he ever had to take any medication to help him perform sexually or anything like that? So he's not into like any bondage or any kind of just normal sex.
Have you ever had reason to be suspicious of him about being faithful to you?
Yeah.
Maybe here recently? Tell me about that.
My son's name Jackson had his phone, because he has his phones, he loves phone. So normally I don't even pay attention to his phone or his just his stuff is his stuff, If I gotta go through and search and do all that, then we need to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So he opened up his text messages some kind of way, pressing buttons, I guess. And then, not text messages, his Facebook Messenger message. And then I read a message between him and some girl, and I was like, so I waited because my mom was in town, and I didn't want to cause.
Yeah.
I don't want to cause.
You don't want Mama to know about
right,
this.
and it was his first birthday party, all that was going on. We had just people in town and everything. I was just like, I don't. Anyway, so I waited and then we talked. I kind of went off a little bit.
What was the conversation?
Basically saying, you need to figure out what you want to do, because if you want to be somewhere else with somebody else, that's what you need to do. Don't string me along just for the sake of string me along, because you can still have a relationship with your son. I don't want you to think that just because we're not together, you can't, you know, be a part of his life. I would never do that. So he was like, okay, kind of shut down after midway through the fussing and all that. And then so he was like, I was on my way to work. So I dropped Jackson off at the sitter and went to work. And then he texted me later and was like, he changed his number. I was like, well, why? Why you change your number? He was like, so that way, he said, I'm trying to prove to you just that I want to be here and not anywhere else, just whatever I can do. Oh, okay.
So when was that?
The end of March. His birthday was the 22nd. So it's like a week or so after Jackson's birthday.
So what's the phone number that he uses now? Do you know it? It's in your phone. Okay.
I know it's 363 because all the phone numbers including there 251 363 for the most part.
Is it under a certain name, contact name in your phone?
Robert. Mm-hmm.
Does he still utilize two phones for any reason, like for music, one for music, one for phones, just that one phone?
Mm-hmm.
Had you ever known him to use any kind of apps, like, where all these Snapchat and all that stuff? He's got a Snapchat. Did you ever look in that account? Did you ever look at the stuff after you saw that message?
Like starting chick stuff and like going through his phone?
Yeah, you don't get super investigator.
I had not his Snapchat or anything like that.
Girl, yeah, on it.
But I did look through his Facebook stuff and his messages. Jackson got him again. I think that's what kicked it off when he picked up the phone and I seen the girl who Facebook Messenger. She was like, "Good morning, hey, what she telling you good morning for?"
Mm-hmm.
Is it y'all just friends?
Did you investigate her, like what her deal is, where she's from?
Who is she?
Yeah, she I can't remember her first name. I remember her last name Staples. She's from Atmore. She has pictures of kids. I'm guessing those are her kids on her Facebook profile.
She know what she does or anything like that? Did he ever say?
So he never really gave you any kind of an answer about what those messages were about.
He was like, "That's nothing, I was just talking stuff with," because it wasn't her. It wasn't a message between him and her. It was a message between, it was her cousin or somebody with the same last name. But he said that was her cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe sister.
Did you ever know of him to associate with Naomi's mom, Shantara? Okay. Did you ever speak to Shantara or have any kind of a friendship with Shantara?
Just would speak, hey.
Like friendly neighbor.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Kind of stuff.
He did, I guess he would too whenever we would see her.
Okay.
One of those, hey, how y'all doing? Hey.
Did either one of you ever have any kind of link on any Facebook or Snapchat or anything to Shantara? Were y'all friends? Was he friends with her?
Not that I know of. I didn't never check.
Oh. Okay. Or to Naomi or to any of those kids?
I didn't even know she had a Facebook.
Okay.
Did, just with her being all friendly and speaking to y'all when you came home, because she's fairly close to y'all, did she ever come by the house or stop by and speak with you, come inside and hang out? Or?
Only one time she came by the house. It was a long time ago, some years, like right when I first moved there.
Mm-hmm.
They had missed the bus.
Okay.
And she was like, "Well, we go to such and such school." I don't know where it's at. I'm not from there. Let me let you call your mama.
Yeah.
So they let her use the phone, and my friend, she was over there with her little girl, my goddaughter, and she was just like, "Yeah, we're not gonna let her call her mama, so it don't come up like something happened or whatever."
So she's only been up to your apartment once before that you know of. Okay. And Did you ever know her when you saw her around the apartment complex? Did you ever notice her to be, I don't know, maybe flirtatious or anything? Did she have a lot of boys around or? Okay. Did you ever hear about her being flirtatious?
That's when the police start coming around asking questions.
Okay, so nothing prior to this ever led you to believe that there was anything unusual about her behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that she acted like a normal 12-year-old?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the dancing in the backyard, was any of it ever provocative or anything like that? Or is it just like cheerleading stuff?
It looked like cheerleading stuff. I didn't see any times when it was provocative.
Like twerking or. Okay.
Did you guys ever sit out there and see it together where Robert was there and you were there and you guys commented on whatever she was doing? Or? Okay. Do you have anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Have your phone. I've got your keys, your apartment, or with your keys to the apartment, or here with me. Your apartment is locked up and everything. There's a few items that we did take from the house, and the crime scene guy had to go to the guy that came and took him out of the house. He had to go somewhere else, so I don't have a little sheet to give you listing everything, but it's a computer, a cell phone. I think some trash bags or something. It's just a few items. But your cell phone you're going to get back today. We've got it done, ready to go. I mean, you don't seem terribly surprised about being here at all.
I've been in my house so many times.
Has Robert been acting funny these past few days? No change of behavior whatsoever? Has he been over still? Has he come over?
Not,
Since Wednesday.
today's Wednesday.
Since last Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Has he changed his schedule to where he's not coming like he normally would come, or is he still coming?
He didn't come one night. I went there because I had to take Jackson to his sister because he had a fever and I didn't want him to go to the sitter because she has little babies. And at the time I didn't know what was going on, but he's Steven, so yeah.
Now you went up to his apartment or his trailer. I mean, was there anything there unusual?
Okay, so but I really wasn't looking for nothing.
Do you ever ride in his car?
Sometimes I drive his car.
When's the last time you rode in it?
This past week, I'm not sure. Not today. Business. I don't know. Friday? No. I don't know. Probably. Sorry. You fine? I rode in his car last Wednesday. And then I rode in the car.
Like in the morning or afternoon?
Like
after 4 or whatever?
before that.
Okay.
When you say you rode in the car, Was it you driving it alone, or you were with him?
I was with him.
Okay. And you say it was afternoon. Where did you guys go?
To the house.
Where'd you come from?
I work. I left my shirt to work. That evening, I had to wear a different shirt.
Okay.
So I was gonna catch him to have him bring it because he was gonna come have lunch with me. But he had already left, so I just made him get in his car and go.
So you were already at work,
Mhm.
and he came and picked you up.
Cause I was gonna just drive home for lunch, but I just rode in his car home, and then he brought me back to work.
Okay. What time would you have gone back to work?
It was a little after 12, like between 12 and 12:30.
Okay. And then from then on, when is the next time you rode in his car?
I'm trying to think if he took his car to church Sunday. He took my car. I don't really know.
Is that right?
I don't remember.
Okay. Just wondering if you remembered anything that stood out. Okay. Anything else?
Anything else? You got any questions for us?
Is he under arrest?
Yes. Yes, he is. That's why we're being so specific about these questions, because, sometimes when we think we know somebody, we really don't. That's why when we're asking about his behavior and stuff like that, it's just, I know it might not seem at the moment that he's acting weird, but we start thinking about it really hard, like maybe he was acting funny or would have come, it didn't come. You always take his card and all of a sudden you want to take my card, stuff like that.
Do you understand what he's under arrest for?
There's your charging him with murder.
There's still a lot of unanswered questions that we have for him that I don't know that he will ever feel comfortable talking about. But we have enough at this time to go ahead and charge him with murder. Yeah, that's tough. That's really tough because you have your own family to worry about.
I'm just really sad for you and your little boy. Because you don't have anything to do with this, and your sweet little boy doesn't have anything to do with this. I'm so sorry.
Taking. No, don't be sorry. Please don't be sorry.
I'm sorry to have to tell you that.
And sometimes people's past always catch right up with them, you know?
Not anything like that, you know?
Well, of course, yeah.
Expected.
Of course. He's a pretty put together dude. I mean, intelligent. And, I mean, I would have never, honestly, talking to him, would have never guessed his past.
Mm-hmm.
But, that really held over his head, It kind of, the sex offender status alone, I mean, it's embarrassing and it takes over your life in some aspects. And everybody knows, like, there's no secret. And I think that just really frustrated him, to have to deal with that all the time. And we won't get into we're not allowed to get into the details of, obviously, things that were said and things that we've found out so far, but.
So he admitted to it? Oh, I can't tell you.
There's stuff that we talked about that, like I said, we have enough to go ahead and charge him. I hope he decides to do the right thing. I mean, it is what it is. You can't take anything back. I just hope he does the right thing. Just not for himself and his family, but for her family.
I know there's a lot to think about. Obviously, we are going to have to go back and tell her mom, and her mom's going to know. And, we're going to make sure to express to her, and hopefully she hears it through all of her grief, that you have nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
She's not going to hate you, darling. She's not. Because like I said, sometimes we think we know somebody and we really don't. I mean, he had you fooled just like
He had us fooled.
How long did it take us to get here? A week. We really had nothing until today to even go and talk to him again. He had a lot of people fooled, not just you. He had the whole complex fooled. They talked to him that day and asked about her. He had everybody fooled. But I didn't know if it was something, I mean, now that you know this part of it, the more you think about things, like anything stick out to you as far as his behavior or anything odd that happened or anything that he said? Did he express too much of an interest in his case? Did he always ask questions about the case? Did he follow it on Facebook a lot or the news or glued to the TV kind of thing?
Did he
The
seem
TV at our house is pretty much on cartoons. All that. All night.
did he seem concerned when you said, "Hey, the FBI came by here"?
More so just like the FBI. You know how most people, a typical response, FBI. Yeah. I just told him they came and looked through. Told him what Jackson was doing. Grabbed the flashlight and showed him his room. And then the next day was when somebody else came. And then he texted me while I was at work and was just like, the sheriff's department came to ask more questions, and they looked through the house. I was just like, well, they already looked through the house. Well, the FBI already looked through the house. Well, I guess they gotta keep looking through the house. I don't know.
Did you have anything go missing from your house? Any kind of linens, blankets?
Sheets.
Okay. Do you have any sheets that are a green color?
Green.
Do you have any?
I have some brown sheets, like dark brown. Some tan sheets. There's a blood stain on them from nosebleed. Because my mom told me to throw them away because that's gross. I mean, they're clean. I don't know. And then some orange color sheets.
Does he have any that color?
No.
What's his house like up there?
It's like a trailer.
I mean, is it like a dude's house, like
Yeah.
a bachelor pad? Does he even have sheets on his bed?
Yeah.
Nothing to stand out. I mean, I think when I look from the window, it's like just a couch and just a TV. Like, how basic is it?
Couch, TV, the living room, table, bed, and a TV in the morning.
Not very much of anything. Like, hardly ever stays your kind of stuff.
There's a dresser in another room, but that was like his mom's, so he just wanted to keep that.
Mm-hmm.
And his bike. And a flat tire.
Does he have anywhere else that he goes to often? Does he have a storage unit? No other house that you know of? Okay. Any property, any land?
He goes by his sister's house a lot. Well, not a lot. He goes by there sometimes.
What's her
Danita.
name?
Danita, yeah.
Your last name?
I think her last name's Howard too. And Howard.
Is she up there in Bruton also?
Mm-hmm.
She live near him?
It was kind of small for yeah.
Yeah.
Not terribly far, maybe 5 or 7 minutes, 5 minutes. But
Did she get in trouble? Did she stays out of trouble, or did she get arrested? You don't know. You never heard.
I'll talk to her.
Yeah. Sorry, John. You can't go. You cannot. Do not take any kind of blame. Blame yourself. I mean, some people just snap. You know. You don't know what triggers them in their head. Well, that's what we have still questions about. And then, like I said, we just hope he does the right thing and comes off of it a little bit. But
Because even when they came by the third time Sunday, when the sheriff came out there to talk to us, well, they pulled us separate because they were like, we don't know, they didn't know if I knew about his past or whatever to talk to us. And so, yeah. But even then, he was just like, I hate that this sex offender thing is over my head. I wish that he said they can, search whatever they need to. I wish they would just search whatever they need to search, so they can be clear or whatever they want to do. And
yeah, it really haunted him in more ways than one. And I don't know the details of his case. I'm curious to know. We're working on getting that report. But, I mean, I just don't think that you get 15 years for having sex with a girl just a couple years younger than you. It just doesn't even sound right.
And then that's not your fault. You just believed, you took what he said at face value because he seems very, very intelligent and very polite and well-mannered and well-spoken. And you took him at face value that he got the raw end of a shitty deal from a shitty lawyer. But I'm telling you,
they told him to take the deal, take a plea deal or whatever, and he would get less time, or just say, even if he didn't do it, say he did it so it'll be okay.
No.
Well, I don't know if that was the case, but I mean, I don't know how the deals and stuff work. But
absolutely. But from a layman viewpoint, absolutely, I can see why you would think that, because you think a rape, that person needs to go to prison for the rest of their life. 15 years is a bargain compared to a life sentence.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality that we see is that 15 years is some serious shit. He must have done something that was bad.
And if they gave him a plea deal, their case was solid enough. That it was in his best interest to take it, or he was going to be facing more.
Yeah.
But you didn't know that.
You
wouldn't
didn't know
have
that.
had a way to find that out. You just go by what they tell us and we trust them, Especially y'all been together this long. Why would you not? But you're still young. You have your whole life ahead of you,
Yeah, you can't let this
Mm-mm.
hang
I'm
over
just
your
thinking about my
head.
son.
I know.
And you know what? I can tell you're a good mom because you keep that house up. and you know you've got food and you've got supplies for your baby. You should see some of the houses we go to. You've got a shelf full of toys and books for him. We go in houses sometimes that don't have a single book or toy for a kid, and they've got 8 kids there. You're a good mom, and I can tell that.
You keep doing that.
Yeah, you put this guy in the past because you are worth way more than him.
Mm-hmm.
He snowed you for a while, but you know what? You're going to come out on the upside of this because you only lost 2 years of your life to him.
He's lost his whole life.
And you gained that perfect, sweet little baby out of it. So you're the winner here. And that's what you've got to see, is that is what you gained out of this.
It's probably not easy to see right now, but you'll see it.
You will. You're a smart girl, I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
So you just... He's got family still up in Tennessee.
So my mom is, I don't have any family.
You have a good relationship with her? Are you going to let her know what happened? Okay.
Well, your mom is always going to be there for you. You know that. Always. And when you told us everything you told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
All right. I'm going to get your phone, and I'm going to get you out of here because you need to go rest. Process.
You know, we're going to walk you down. We're going to get this little get you back home, okay? That way you feel a little more comfortable and they're already out there telling mom and stuff.
Here, I'm going to give you this right here. I'm going to give you this back. Here's the receipt for what we took at your house. The copy of the search warrants at the house. Here's your keys to your house. Okay. Here, let me write my phone number on there. Just call me. You know, give it maybe 2-3 weeks or so. Call and check up on what's going on with that stuff, okay? And we'll get it, you know, as long as it doesn't have anything to do with our case, we'll get it back to you.
Yeah, that cell phone is my old phone.
Yeah.
Stupid people do stupid stuff. I mean, they just don't think. That's the last thing I ever. Joe sent me a picture. Joe sent me a picture of that thing. It wasn't my address, it was. They said 216. I said 117. 117, which is where I think that was. No, what I saw said 216. And they picked him up at another time at 216. Because I saw it myself. Look, if I want to resend me, see if it's different from. You read, I don't know if it's page 2 or you keep reading down. That's all I know. Thank you.
You're welcome. And the other investigator that's going to be interviewing Michelle, you saw her last time. She's in with another interview, so she'll be over. So
Okay.
Okay? If you want anything, just holler, okay?
Put this here, so I put my cream in here. I would have done that. You're all over here. I need me a mug. Coffee. Good like you too good to drink out this little styrofoam cup. That's what you've been drinking out of all these years. No. You ain't had mugs forever. I drink 2 cups of coffee a day. You don't need to cut that. That's good. I said, how y'all drink that? He said, well, I said, how y'all drink that? Mm-hmm. It's good. No. As I said. This guy. She left my Bible in the car. I wasn't doing no. I thought that's what you said. Then I was gonna do it in Disney. Go my earrings. I'm trying to think of what my earrings were. It was my sugar. I got some that's regular shit. Stevia. I need to put my glasses on. It's a shame. I'm gonna change my earrings. And everything that you do, put it on the altar. Work it out, you work it out. Put it on the altar. It's coming as such. Put it on the altar. Father, I thank you, Lord. Making all this time with my baby. But you're not going to leave her now. Foolishness of man. The devil is a lie. In the name of Jesus. That's good. No, I need 2 slices of toast. Maybe we'll come back and go back. Coffee good. Kind of weak. Good. Y'all on them phones. I'm looking at it. You trying to find that document? Yeah. Tell Toya to send it to you. She got it. You think I didn't? Oh, okay. She gonna show it to me. Could you see it? It was blurry like this, ain't it, though? Oh, that's it. It's blurry just like that. That's it, ain't it? I couldn't read it. Jay had to read it for me. Let's see what time it says. Say 2 approximately. Was it was a 2 or 3 in the morning? 2 or 1st. 2:30 something. 2:36 was it? I can't see this. Should have told her to screenshot it and send it. I used to use. I curled it. It still fell. It's so humid here. It's about to rain. It's about to rain. It's rain all week. Let me take my out next. I don't know if you remember in Jackson there was this deputy sheriff, I want to say. He was interviewing this guy. His partner left the room and left him in there by himself. The guy got the gun from him and shot and killed. Deputy? The suspect killed the police or the police killed the police. He was a really highly decorated. That was a big thing. They were trying to figure out why she left him in there by himself with this guy. No, but I just heard on the news this morning they found a head on somebody's porch in a barn. in a wooded area. What do they think
It sounds like
he
voodoo.
is? It
You
sounds
somebody's
like
head on their porch.
a decapitated head.
They kind of may leave a message, ain't they? For real, for real.
This ain't New York 1920s, 1930s, or Chicago.
Child, please. They still doing the same foolish, old, superstitious thing they used to do.
That just made me think mob type, Godfather type, leave a horse head in
What's
bed.
Did they know the person the head was? They did.
What, the people who found him?
Mhm.
Oh, that is
It was on their porch. I mean, just sitting out the window. There it is. They didn't know the guy. It was a guy.
And
woman.
Fancy
woman. Oh, that's deep.
And then they said,
And scary.
A few hours later, they got a call, and they found the body. They got a call saying that it looked like the body was over, like this little grass, whatever.
Same area.
I don't know.
I don't watch the news.
I don't know the areas. You know, they gave the street names, but I don't know.
I don't watch the news. Very rarely go on Facebook. I'm still in tissue to call me, tell me this also. And they in Oklahoma. And they saw all this stuff. People tell too much and talk too much about their own business. It's just foolishness.
Oh yeah, I saw. I got calls from people in Georgia, people in South Florida, people in Texas,
Really?
people just trying to check on me and see how I'm doing.
They trying to check on you?
I'm gonna check on me and see how I'm doing, how I'm holding up. And
I thought you said they was saying something wrong.
I don't know.
Good. Oh, you do have those other people who are praying.
Yeah, being nosy. That's why I wasn't taking any phone calls.
I got Maxine and them praying. I didn't tell them what. And back in Nashville, Mom and her prayer group were praying in Mississippi. It's just such so unfortunate. I mean, can't get my mind around it still. I ain't bring no tissue. None of these Roman noodles. Too much stuff. I'm funny. I buy myself a deer. Sorry. Okay, look at my purse. Look at it. Look at it. Let's see what this is my eyeballs. Look at them. Ain't got nothing though. I don't know if I need my glass. I'm leaving them out. It's so funny. I was coming through the airport, and on the sign it says, "Purchase a pre-TSA, $85 for the year, only $17 a month." I'm like,
Purchase what for TSA?
pre-TSA. That means you can go through and not have to.
Yeah.
I'm like, why you gotta purchase a pre-TSA? Every time I fly, I'm pre-TSA.
I guess if you're flying out of the country.
I live in the country.
No. Usually, I think that's the Southwest thing. Some other places you have to. You don't never have to go through like the security and put your stuff up on.
I put my stuff up there, but I don't have to take the laptop out. I don't have to take my shoes off and all of that.
Right, because where you work.
Yeah, because I just work at the Department of Corrections.
Yeah.
Probably. And I work for Metro Government, though.
You probably still got some kind of clearance.
You said what?
You probably still got some kind of clearance through your job.
Probably. I can go back if I want to.
What department? DOT.
I I ain't doing it for free.
Is Lisa still on?
Did I tell you they emergency commissioner Epps, right?
Yeah.
I've been gone for what, 2 years here? They just sentenced him. Wait. Until it gets better. They took his house, right? Boyfriend goes back and takes the lights off the house, from around the house. It's no longer his house. Then, I guess he's out on bail or something. They immediately put his leg in jail. What you need to do for?
Or you just being spicy? Did somebody live around?
I don't know. He said he forgot it wasn't his house no more.
Wasn't he embezzling?
Mm-hmm. He's selling contracts and a whole lot of stuff. They had this thing in the back of our newsletter called the Wall of Shame. And they would have correctional officers and stuff like that who have brought contraband to the prison or who were sleeping with the inmates. They would tell everything. I'm like, dang, it's so deep. When he found out what he did, they said his name needs to be on the Wall of Shame. So I said, you're right. Girl, this man, the day before he left, he started sending out these emails about people who were retiring. And we were like, oh, really? They retired? Okay. Congratulations and everything. And then the next day he had to show up in court. And I'm like, what? I had just seen him on the elevator. Didn't even know he was going to court. And come to find out, those people weren't even trying to retire. He forced retired them. Before he left. Ain't that something? I said, God, I'm like, you look pretty. You will reap what you sow. That was good. Oh, what's the place?
Hello.
Hi.
Do you mind if I use one of these chairs here? I could bring another one in if you don't feel comfortable over there in the
Sit over
handcuff
here.
chair. Okay. Yeah, people sometimes they don't feel comfortable sitting next to a handcuff at the table.
I ain't worried about it. I ain't do that.
I didn't get a chance to talk to you tonight because of course I was talking to Robert the whole night. So the other two ladies talked to you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me start out with just getting your information first. First name? Lauren. Last?
Ewing. EWING.
Birthday?
9/2/1986.
And you stay. Okay. All right. We went back over to your apartment the other day. The investigator Knox was going to try and call you before we came over there, but we just took a couple things. But when I was there, I noticed that cutlery set there's one knife missing. Is that always been missing? Okay. I just wanted to make sure before, I was like, I'll ask her about that. Also the bedding, the sheets we took, do you know, is that the same bedding you've had on it since before Naomi went missing? Okay. Do you remember it ever?
I don't really sleep on my sheets.
Okay.
So, the blanket that you took, I sleep under it.
Okay.
And so those sheets have probably been on there forever.
Okay. And you don't remember any washing them or anybody taking them off between the time? Do you have any green sheets anywhere in the house? Okay. Did you know of Robert at his other house having any kind of green sheets? Nothing?
She asked me the same thing. I told her I don't have
Okay.
green
She did ask you that the other day. Okay.
It's kind of muggy or something messy in here.
Well, we have all kinds of characters in these rooms, so I can imagine what's floating around in here. All right, and if you can remember, I know it's, trying to jog your memory on each day and the days. It was Wednesday where Naomi went missing, and that following Sunday, Do you remember being at work, being at home?
That Sunday?
Sunday, yeah, before we found her, the day before we found her. Okay. Do you remember what you did that day?
We got up and ate and went to church.
Okay. Where do you go to church?
We went to Deliverance Tabernacle.
Where's that at?
I have to look up the address.
It's Deliverance
Uh-huh.
Tabernacle?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the area where Naomi was found?
Kinda, not really. Yeah.
Okay. Like right there at Detroit and Ashland?
I had to look it up
Okay.
when I saw
Okay.
it.
There's a church right there on the other corner. Is that where you were at that
I
Sunday?
think so.
Okay.
I think that's the address. I know it's on Detroit, but I'm not sure.
Okay. It's like a big building set back to the right?
Yeah.
Okay. What time were you guys there?
We're a little late. Get there at like 11, between 11 and 11, about 11:15, around a few minutes after church. And then
Okay.
we got out before 1.
Okay. Whose car did you drive over there?
Mine.
And yours is a what? Honda Civic? Okay. Is it gray or silver? Is it like
Gray.
either one?
Yeah.
Either.
Dark.
Okay.
Gray.
That was Ron's.
Well, yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. When I got it, it said gunmetal gray. So I guess.
Okay. So like a little bit darker silver.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And how do you get into that church parking lot? Do you go all the way to down Detroit to the intersection, then make a right, or do you cut in? Is there a way to cut in earlier than that? How familiar is Robert with that area by that church? Does he ever? You guys have anything that goes on over in that area? No,
Just that.
just the church. And how did you guys pick that church?
We've tried a few different churches, and one of my friends said to try that church and see if we liked it, and so I liked it, so we went back a few times.
Okay. And
Watch on the internet.
Yeah,
What's that?
Or watch it on the internet because they have
One time I
streaming
visited, watched
service.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
that's,
you can watch on the internet.
so
Live
that was
streaming.
a plus in case
Oh,
we couldn't
okay.
actually make it and stuff.
Okay. So, is he a church-going person, or is this like a new thing that he's always gone? And
You know, some Sundays we don't make it.
Mhm.
Either one, he may have to work, or I might have to work, or we can go to church.
when you went Sunday, did he seem preoccupied at all about being in that area over there? Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay. Can we just do like a quick? I know you already did it, but just a quick rundown of your day on Wednesday, the 31st, when Naomi went missing. Just like from the time you woke up till the time you went to bed. Okay. Woke up.
Went to work.
Mm-hmm.
Went to work. Was at work.
Did you drive yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. How long? What time did you get there?
6.
6 a.m. Oh, you're 6 a to 6 p, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what Megan was telling me. All right. So you went to work, got lunch break,
Mm-hmm.
went back to the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was what time?
Between 11:30 and 12. Like my lunch, it was a little after 11:30 when I went for lunch,
Mhm.
and then I got 30 minutes. I was maybe a few minutes late coming back because we hit that lunch traffic. Because I work on 9th Avenue.
Is it the Walgreens right on 9th? Okay. All right. So you just stayed just enough to eat something and get
I
back?
got my other shirt, and
Okay.
because the commute there and back takes
Yeah. Sometimes not even worth
most of the
leaving.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And he was home when you went home for lunch?
No, he was meeting me for lunch because we were going to grab lunch, but I told him I had to go back to the apartment.
Okay.
So we rolled together back to the apartment
Okay. So where'd you guys meet?
at my work.
At your work. Okay. So he came to your work, then you were back together at the apartment, then he took you back.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's and he has a Nissan Altima, right? Silver Nissan Altima. And so you get back to work, and he usually does what
does he still have the baby, or is the baby already at daycare? Or? Okay.
He was already at the sitter.
Okay. All right. And then, did he say what he's going to do, or what does he normally do?
Go home, shower, watch TV. Because he usually goes to the gym before, in the mornings.
That's a real-time fitness, right? They're on 9 Mile? Is that where he works out? So you're not the gym rat. He's the gym rat.
Yeah.
All right. So goes home. He should be home, what, about 12:31-ish?
Yeah.
Okay. And did he call you at any time? At that? When was the next time you spoke with him?
When I called him back, because he texted me, called him, and it was. What day was that? That was like the 31st. The 31st?
Yes.
He told me to call him. It was 4:40.
4:40. Okay. Did you call him right back, or did you wait until you got off work?
I had to get to the phone. I was in the middle. By the time I saw it, it was like 5 or 10 minutes later.
Okay.
Maybe 15 at the most.
And that conversation was just what? When you called him?
Telling me that Naomi had went missing, and what her mom and them were looking for her, and if I saw her, let them know. Be careful.
So you're saying that she went missing, mom's looking for her, and just for you to be careful if you go back to the apartments and
Just looking, not just because he knew I got off late. And by the time I get the baby and then make it home, it'll be closer to darker. It'll be almost dark, so.
Okay. Okay. Did you hear it all from him the rest of the night until you went to bed? Is that the last time you talked to him?
I usually talk to him when he's finished working. I hate talking to him while he's at work because it's hard to hear him.
Yeah.
I texted him when the police finally got there because it took him a while to get there. And I told him that they were just getting there. He was like, he was like, wow. And
Just 4 hours.
4 or 5 hours almost before they got there. But that's. Then he texted me when he got done working, and that was about 9:18. And we text for a while until I fell asleep, and then I texted him again when I woke up.
What time was that?
12:41.
12:41. Did he respond? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And he usually gets off. What time did he tell you he was off work on that night? The first?
No, he was at work.
Okay, but did he call you back when he got off work, or text you when he got off work, or was that the last 12:41 was the last?
Yeah,
You
that
guys
was the last. Over the next
That
few
night
minutes,
until the night. Okay.
until he got to the house.
Okay. What is his usual routine when he gets off work at night?
Comes on.
Comes to straight to Johnson, or oh.
That next day, I needed him to get Jackson, so he came to my house. So he came to my house. No. Yeah, he came to my house. He did come to my house. It was, I don't know what time it was, because so he tapped me and said, "Hey, I'm here," and like he always does. And he usually gets a shower, gets in the bed.
Okay.
The next day he had to work. He had to work all day. I do remember that.
That's what he told you? Okay.
Because he had texted me while I was at work earlier Tuesday before we went to lunch and everything, and said that he asked me, was it okay if he went to work for Mark if I needed him, because if I need him to do anything, then he'll try to make sure he's available for him to get the baby.
So he gets home unknown time after he gets off work. Usually gets off, what, about 1 o'clock, 1:30 is when?
Depends on what time they go in.
Okay. And then he comes home, says, hey, I'm home. Then he leaves again the next morning real early, or like what time? Do you remember?
He has to be at work at 6, so he has to leave before 5 just to make sure. Like maybe.
So only slept for like 2 hours. Probably when he got home, just turned around and went right back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you thought he was working that day?
He was working.
Okay. Do you know of him to know anybody or go somewhere in Bay Minette area?
No.
Okay. So he wouldn't be working over in Bay Minette for anything with his job?
No.
That you know of? All right. Did you call anybody at his work and see that he was there, like after the fact? Have you talked to anybody? Okay. You just assumed he was working because he told you he was going to be working. Okay. And when he said all day, he meant from like 6 in the morning till what?
Till 2:30, and then they go back in at maybe 3:30 and till 4 until they're finished again.
Okay. Did he say anything about that he was gonna update his sexual offender registration that day at all either?
Mm-hmm.
He did say that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know when he was planning on doing that?
He said he was going to try to get in there that day on the 1st,
Okay.
so that way he can have it over with for the month, or for the next few months.
He wouldn't have done that in Bay Minette, would he? Or does he do that in Bruton?
Mm-hmm.
Bruton. How about, did he mention anything about servicing his car that day? Like getting an oil change? Nothing like that?
He said he was going to need one soon.
Okay.
I don't know if he got around to it. I know he got his braids done.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was Friday.
Okay. If he's at work, is it pretty like loose on if they can just come and go, or is it pretty strict on he's got to be at the site working?
If he leaves, they have to clock out.
Okay.
But if he leaves, then and there's still work, there has to be somebody to be there in order to finish, because he is what do you call it? Trained operator person.
All right. That's about it that I had to go back over. Is there anything that you have questions on, or
I have lots of questions.
well, there's some stuff I could probably tell you, some I can't.
But
Yeah.
several concerns also. There is a police report
I saw it.
on the internet.
Yeah.
Is that a real police report?
That is.
So somebody leaked a police report in your office.
Well, no, it's public record. Anybody can get it. So somebody got it and probably took a picture of it and posted it all over.
The same day that it was written.
Probably. I mean, there's access to it right away because it's public record.
It actually says on the website that it takes 3 to 4 days in order to get one, and you have to go down and request it.
I don't know where it came from. I saw it too.
It has her address on it.
As what?
Her address.
Oh, yeah.
Her apartment number.
Yeah, I don't know who got their hands on it. I did mention it. So, yeah, I saw it.
Her address is on the news too.
Yeah.
Her apartment number. I was in Nashville and I looked up just to see what was going on. I saw a news clip and it was talking about the apartment complex and everything. And then they scanned to her door, 216. So my daughter is a victim. She didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I.
Wow. I am concerned for you and your safety. I am.
And my grandbaby.
Because, yeah.
Can she leave?
Yeah,
I want
y'all
to take her
done?
to Jackson for a week
Oh
to
yeah.
do mom.
That's why I
He
just
was on
want
the
to.
way out of town to make
Yeah, no. I'm not. You don't need to be held here for any reason. If you need to move or go away, as long as you keep updated your phone number. If you have a phone number change or anything, just give me a call. I'll give you my card. Just let me know where you're at. That way, if I do need to contact you for any reason, but you're not a suspect at all. I just wanted to figure out a few different questions because we went back in the house and I didn't talk to you. And since I'm a lead investigator, I'd like to, know everything firsthand instead of hearing it through other people and other investigators. So, I'm sorry what you're going through. I really am. I mean,
Me too.
he put you in a position that,
My sister's
very difficult.
calling me Oklahoma,
yeah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
We have people praying for us. So.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if you have the ability to move from there, I mean, that would be something, I would suggest because I know that, sometimes family, they just, like, Naomi's family isn't going to understand
there was
that.
an aunt who posted on there about my grandbaby.
Like they were putting pictures
Yeah.
of my child.
Naomi's aunt, and I can understand her frustration because that's my grandbaby.
Yeah. And they're gonna lash out at people. They're gonna lash out at anybody that they think might have known or could have known. And
That doesn't make it okay.
it doesn't, but they're grieving, and that's probably the way they're gonna grieve is they have to be angry at somebody or something or anybody. And,
14
well, a baby's not understandable.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but if you have the ability to move,
Can she
I
move
would.
anytime?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
I
know
would
if
say
y'all
no.
need to go back over there or what.
No.
Okay.
No. I'm not holding it for her for any reason. So,
Okay. So I want my
if
friends to move her stuff into
Yeah.
storage and just get her out of there.
yeah, do it. If you can do it, do it. That's what you want. Yeah, just keep updated with me. If you change your phone number, just let me know. Okay, that way I can keep in touch if we need you in the future. But anything else that you can think of that maybe either the other two investigators or I didn't cover that seems a little off or odd about the activity of Robert during those 5-6 days?
I do have another question. You guys went to his place to get whatever to search.
Mm-hmm.
There's some of his items. I don't know if y'all took the TV in.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
I
I
just
just
took a
know.
couple
Can I?
things.
Is his place okay for me to go get that?
I mean, that's not.
I mean, are you guys still?
No,
is
we're
it like
done. We're done with it. So if you have access,
His sisters want it.
His
Yeah.
sisters want,
Okay.
his TV.
I mean, if
and
you guys
some
can
stuff of
legally
their
go in and out,
moms.
I don't see an issue with it. Like
Okay.
if it don't break in or anything,
Right,
but if
right.
you can legally
Right.
enter a residence, we're done with it. We don't.
Okay. All right.
I don't have issue with that. Mm-hmm.
Where Bainette? Where is that?
I'm going to
It's
ask
further. I think it's further north. I have to look at the map, but it's further.
because I know it's got to
Yeah,
be.
I think it's further. It's pretty good distance. But he was in Bay Minette on the 1st, so that's why I asked you. Yes,
Is that Louisiana? It's not
No,
Louisiana.
it's Bay Minette, Alabama.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was there that morning for a few hours.
Is that close to
So.
Bruton? It's not close to
Or not, maybe not a few hours, but a good amount of time that he wasn't at work. So.
He wasn't at work. His
Well,
friend didn't have his car.
he was in Bay Minette, I know for a fact, in the morning time. And stopped over at a friend's house earlier in the morning.
in Birmingham.
Probably right after he left your house, he went to the other girl's house. Then he went to Bay Minette. I think you should know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Absolutely.
I don't want you to be fooled. You know.
I would send a girl and be my neck.
Hmm?
Could have been send a girl and be my neck.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why I'm trying to figure out what he was doing over there. And if he knew anybody over there that you would know that, hey, yeah, he has family or friends or somebody in that area, but I mean, you probably ask every single person I talk to that, knows him to see if there's some kind of connection to Bay Minette, but
It's a long way, huh? From here? I don't know. I have to look it up and see how far it is.
there's that.
What is your name again?
Investigator Wirt, Michelle.
Michelle
Wirt, W-E-R-T.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just trying to tie up all the loose ends and go through everything.
I
And
appreciate
make her
you looking
talk.
out for my daughter.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think she knows. She needs to know the truth.
And that's the reason why we don't bring Jackson. Because I don't want nobody to see him. They put a picture of him and Robert on the internet.
I don't know how that got out. I really don't know
Because
how
his
that got out
Facebook
there.
wasn't private, and so as soon as Sheriff Morgan announced it, everybody flocks to the page,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's pictures of him, there's pictures of me, and so all of those you can just take and repost and reshare or whatever.
Did you take his Facebook page
I
down? Or?
was trying to
Mhm.
and trying to get it, but I didn't know.
Email.
I didn't know the email address because I thought it was under. Well, I tried to put in the phone number, but it, because I have the app. You either log in with the phone number or with the email address, and then I didn't know. I couldn't remember the last two numbers, like the last two little things of his password either. So I just was like, "Oh my goodness, this is gonna get bad." I knew it was gonna get bad. I knew it was gonna be bad fast.
What do you
It
think?
shouldn't be, though. That's my thing. It shouldn't.
What I think.
What do you think? What do you think about all this?
It's a lot. Oh, you're talking about like to take in?
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
a lot to take in. I don't. He doesn't seem like the type. He's never gotten just angry. He's the type that if he gets mad, he can go sit and kind of pout, like in the corner, like on the other couch, or he'll go in the other room and just, whatever. And that's it. He's never been never abusive, verbally, physically, none of that. Not even towards the baby. Baby's been frustrated too. So I just was blindsided.
Me too.
He's good.
But I've never
He's good.
seen anything.
Mhm.
He's always yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Just real nice, real good with Jackson. Jackson loves his daddy. He just take time with him and keep him. I mean, he's always in his arm. Play with him, tickle him on the floor. Just never say anything. And I'm a watcher. I watch him around my child, my only child. I'm not gonna have nobody abusing her. And I'll ask her, has he ever got mad at you? Did he ever put his hand on you, give it whatever, And she said, no, he just, like she said, go sit down and pout or whatever. I've never ever seen him lose his temper. Or maybe one time he got a little upset at the hospital when Jackson was first born, and she had just had the baby, and she was telling him to go get the milk. But he was fiddling with Jackson or something. I don't know, he was fiddling with something. And it took him too long, and she asked me. He said, don't do that. Because she gonna be gone, I'm gonna be here with you, basically. Like, I'm gonna go, don't, So, that was the only time I was even flustered at all. And that's been, 2 years. Jackson won 14 months. Yep, so, yeah, it messed me up. My mind, I can imagine her, because my mind was just emotional roller coaster. Still is, basically.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's a lot. I mean, it's a lot for us,
Jesus.
as law enforcement too. This is a rare thing to happen to a little girl. I mean, this is like, the stories you see,
Somewhere
movies
else.
and,
somewhere
like,
else.
and the reason.
TV, like, it's not real. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, and for you to be right up in the middle of it like that, and you know,
People don't consider
be duped by this man that
People don't consider the fact that that we were his like little family. They don't care about that. They don't care, you know,
Right.
that oh he did it. You knew. Can't believe you.
I keep saying, look at all the, I'm not saying that he is one, all the serial killers, nobody knew nothing about them. They was all nice Ted Bundy. Nice gentlemen, what they call them, gentlemen or something. People around them was fool. People show you who they want, what they want you to see. And not to say that that's what Robert did, but I'm just saying people don't take that into account. They just automatically think, oh yeah, you knew. And it ain't true. I'm like, what about the bad relationship you were in? You didn't see it coming, you know? Yet still, you were in it, and y'all broke up. You know, whatever happened, you don't always know the people you with. You know what I'm saying? So,
like I said, I'm sorry you're going through this. You got my card. If you ever need to talk about anything, just call me, okay? If you do move, just keep that phone number updated with me, okay? You plan on keeping that one? Okay. All right. Do you have a number in case I can't get in touch with
yes,
her?
I do.
What is it, Mama?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Raise your right hand. All the statements you give today are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go check on this other person that's in the other room, and I might have somebody walk you down. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Especially for the coffee. She's nice. But she asked you about your car for a reason. Silver, same color.
That's the same color.
Mm-hmm. He would, just in case he might have used your car.
I had my car.
Hmm?
I had my car.
Yeah, you were driving your own car.
Oh, that's what I wanted
That
to
is-
ask her about his property.
Hmm?
Can I get his property if he released how
What is that place she said? Minnow what? Something
Bay
Minnow? Bay Minette? That sounds like some things in Louisiana. I did that.
with that tree? Probably by using that tree. That's it.
Now, what if you found out he got a girlfriend and named it Bay Minette?
Oh, yeah, that'll
Hmm?
ease my mind a little bit.
And who's the girl he left to see here in Pensacola?
He left my shit and say he went to somebody's house in Pensacola.
She did. She said he left you and went to go see another girl.
In Bruton. He went to Bruton.
No, he said he and them went to Bruton.
No.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not asking her again. She probably ain't even gonna come back. She probably gonna send somebody else to send us down.
Because she said she thought you needed to know. She said he left you, went to see another girl, and then went to Bruton. Or did he go to Bay Minette? One of
Bruton,
them two.
and he went to Bay Minette.
That's what happens when you sneak and cheat and stuff, see. You get in trouble. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, I can walk y'all down.
Can I ask you
Oh, yeah,
something?
sure.
Did you say he left her house and went to see another girl in Pensacola?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
No.
I have a question.
Mhm.
His property, his stuff. Is there any way I can get anything like
What
his
is it?
wallet?
Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to.
Debit card.
Yeah.
As he releases it, or how would that work?
It's going to be in evidence, so it won't be in his own property at the jail.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be able to.
Once you release the evidence, would you release it to the sister and stuff? Like his family?
once the case is done. It won't get released anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I figured that.
Yeah.
It's working at the Department of
Yeah.
Corrections. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. We hold it just in case there's a need for it in the future. Like, say we need a credit card number or something that we have to run some, bank records or credit cards and stuff like that. We just hang on to everything just so I can have it in case that need comes up. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. I don't know what to do. Because you want it. Okay.
mm-hmm. And we even know you.
Yeah, just
Cause I got whatever things out.
Alright.
Get your umbrella.
I know it's coming right now.